Voting will take place on 117 assembly seats in the state of Punjab on the 20th of this month. Now, the politics before the polls in the state of Punjab is turning out to be quite exciting, with a new controversy hitting the headlines every other day. It's quite a potboiler, really, with infighting being reported within the Congress party. Over there, the AAP and the Congress upping the ante. The BJP also trying to make its presence felt, with Prime Minister Modi getting into the campaign mode. And one really doesn't know yet what kind of an impact the former Congress leader and former Chief Minister of Punjab, Captain Amarinder Singh, will have. So this is a very crucial state, politically, as well as, of course, in the context of it's a border state for India. Politically, it's one of the few bastions left for the Congress. They need to protect this turf. For the Aam Aadmi Party, this could be the next state that they spread their wings into, and they could be in kissing distance of winning another state election and forming another state government. So to get a better sense of what is really happening in the Punjab elections, beyond all the colour and the picture and the controversies and all of those headlines, I'm joined today by Yashwant Deshmukh of CVoter and political journalist, very senior political journalist, Neerja Chowdhury. Welcome to both of you, and thank you so much for speaking with us, as always, on the India Development Debate. Yashwant, let me begin by just getting your take. Is this a three-cornered battle, or is this a clear, straight-up Aam Aadmi Party versus Congress fight?
It's a five-cornered battle, not even three-cornered. You know, and because, first of all, it was definitely Aam Aadmi Party versus rest to start with. That's what our tracker had been doing for almost a year now. And a year back, when we said that Aam Aadmi Party is in a pole position, Tamanna, nobody actually believed. People kind of poo-pooed that, you said the same thing 5 years back. And I was like, हाँ यार दूध का जला छाछ फूक के पीटता है, हमने सच में 5 साल पहले बोला था. They could not convert it, the groundswell, into real votes and real terms of seats. But let's face it, first of all, they did become the principal opposition party of Punjab, number one. Number two, yes, the groundswell did not convert because obviously the same controversy which has erupted yesterday, same controversy happened that there were allegations that Arvind Kejriwal stayed at some Khalistani supporters' house and so on and so forth. And yes, the entire Hindu minority over there was really scared of getting back into the 80s. And so there was a last-minute swing from the BJP towards the Congress, particularly the urban areas of the Hindu votes. And that is what decisively made Congress win the election. But this time, we have been saying all along that, okay, it is like the groundswell is big, it's substantially big. Barring the 6 weeks after Mr. Channi became the chief minister, those 6 weeks, if you leave them aside, the lead of Aam Aadmi Party has been continuously secular, a fixed trend line, and a substantial lead. Now the thing is that is happening, Tamanna, is that the straight Congress versus Aam Aadmi Party fight is no more there. Number one, because of two important reasons. Number one, that the internal fighting of the Congress, courtesy Mr. Sidhu, and I say courtesy because he is the prime person. He had problem with Captain, he had problem with Channi, he has problem with anybody and everybody who is made a chief minister from Congress rather than Navjot Singh Sidhu. So courtesy Mr. Sidhu, the infighting of the Congress. Number two, in the last 6 weeks or so, the resurgence of the BJP and Captain Amarinder Singh in the urban areas, Hindu areas of Punjab, particularly in the district of Pathankot, Jalandhar, in Patiala, in Gurdaspur, in Amritsar. Now, this upswing means one thing, that their vote share in these areas is going to increase and will go way beyond what we have been projecting and saying all along. Will they win 1 seat or 5 or 10? Nobody knows. They might even draw a blank. I am not going into that direction. But that substantial Hindu vote getting in their territory is not a good sign for the Congress to start with, because that was the winning punch of the Congress 5 years back. Second, due to the elevation of Mr. Channi and constant burling of Mr. Sidhu, the Jatisik getting away from the Congress towards Akalis is giving Akali a new bound swing in the Punjab in the last 6 to 8 weeks. And that is a very interesting phenomena because, first of all, Akalis seem looking like out of race. They are back in the race, at least against Aam Aadmi Party in many of the seats. And second, it is a double whammy for the Congress. So somehow I feel overall in the run-up to the poll, I think the Congress is kind of losing the steam and others are gaining. There is a extremely overwhelming sentiment for the change, and the prime beneficiary of that sentiment of change right now seems to be Aam Aadmi Party.
So, Neerja ji, let me come to you on the point of the Chief Minister, the current Chief Minister, Mr. Channi. Now, Mr. Channi was being projected as the dark horse of sorts who took over after Captain Amarinder stepped down and seemed to have garnered success in helming the ship, at least for some time, even while battling Navjot Singh Sidhu, etc. He's also the first Dalit Chief Minister of Punjab. Do you think that he could turn the tide for the Congress, or will battling this infighting and Captain Amarinder be just too much?
Look, bringing Chiranjeev Channi was one of the best things that the Congress did at that time, even though it came out of the complete chaos in which Captain Amarinder Singh was removed, and the manner in which it was removed, the insult, the humiliation that went along with it. Now, first Dalit Chief Minister of Punjab, a big, big thing. I think the Congress could have made much out of it. Even the first day, when the swearing in took place, when Rahul Gandhi arrived late, Sonia Gandhi happened to be going through Chandigarh, but she could have come and addressed the press conference, made much of the fact that it was going to be a Dalit CM. The Congress didn't milk this as much as it could have done. But 32% of Dalits in the state, yes, they were looking at him favorably, along with the usual kind of support base that the Congress has had, even though there was anti-incumbency. But Channi has moved with great, what I call, there's a word in Hindi called therav, gravitas, with restraint in a difficult situation where he had to contend with Navjot Singh Sidhu all the time, either patronizingly putting his arm around him or breathing down his neck or, taking him on by innuendo. And generally the impression is gone that Mr. Sidhu would like to be CM and is going to make life very difficult for Mr. Channi. And this war it was going on constantly in the Congress party. Now, I agree with Yashwant, but I don't agree with him that it's a five-way race now. I think it's a two-horse race in Punjab. It's Aam Aadmi Party, the front runner, Congress number 2, and the other 3 will be distant number 3, 4, 5. I think people of Punjab want change. If the feedback that's coming, Yashwant has the ankras and the figures, but the general, conversations with people shows that people want change, particularly the younger people want change. Young people, I remember in 2017 election when I toured the state, I found younger people saying, we are going to vote for AAP even though our parents are rooting for the Congress. So that sentiment was there. But this last 3 days before polling in 2017 is what we saw happening now. This links of Kejriwal with the Khalistanis got played up, and at that time it wasn't so public an affair as it is, as we are seeing happen today. It was much more silent in the bureaucracy, and certainly Arun Jaitley, what Yashwant is saying, Arun Jaitley has talked about it openly in conversations with people, that we transferred our vote to the captain. We didn't want AAP to win. Neither did Congress want AAP to win. Neither did we want AAP to win. And that is the story even today. Yeah. None of the parties want AAP to win because they don't know what they're going to do, when they come to power. And so each one of them fears AAP at one level. Now, Aam Aadmi Party is not what it was when it started off, when it kicked off 2015, that 67 out of 70 seats in Delhi, I remember the onrush of people who wanted to join AAP at that time. And then came this ugly split 3 weeks after the victory. And that process stopped. The idealistic, halo of the AAP went. But today it's seen as a party that's serious about delivering on basics. It's delivered on Bijli Pani, it's delivering on education, government schools, health, mohalla clinics, and so on. And that is what Kejriwal is holding out there. Now, coming to Channi, now that the Congress has projected him formally as the chief ministerial candidate, has that altered the situation somewhat? I somehow don't think so. The effort of the last hours that we've seen, Kumar Vishwas's statement, suddenly it's very curious. I don't know whether it's true or not. It may be true, it may not be. But suddenly 3 or 4 days before you think of the Khalistani links of Kejriwal, which you knew about 5 years. For 5 years, you've known about it all. I mean, it's curious and,
it's last minute. So, last minute poll pitch, which is going on. You spoke about the Aam Aadmi Party. You believe they're the front runner. So does Yashwant. So let me come to Yashwant with the question of their chief ministerial candidate, Bhagwant Mann. Is that going to be the ace card, or is that the weak link? Because Bhagwant Mann is also at the receiving end of a lot of attacks, some of them many personal, including from Mr. Channi, on his personality, his behavior. Alcoholism is brought up time and again. Do you think that the promise of governance and replicating what they've done in Delhi is going to fit right in with the CM candidate?
Well, Tamanna, I can say it upfront. Bhagwant Mann is not a liability for the Aam Aadmi Party. Be straightforward. I mean, generally, he has been always projected as a liability, but he is not. Come to think of it, he has won back-to-back 2 Lok Sabha elections. He is extremely popular. He is not considered corrupt to start with. And the thing of alcoholism and everything, if you know Punjab well, that is not considered a taboo in Punjab, that, in that way, the way in other northern states like UP or in Bihar or other, it might have been taken in. So first of all, he is not a liability, he is pretty much an asset. Number 2, in the tracker, till the point of time he was not declared, Arvind Kejriwal's number were higher than him. Bigger number of people were saying we want Arvind Kejriwal as the chief minister of Punjab. But the moment he was declared, that entire rating of Arvind Kejriwal actually went lock, stock and barrel in Bhagwant Mann's name, which actually tells us a very, very unique situation where the supporter of the Aam Aadmi Party is rallying behind the name that has been given. There is no conflict whatsoever that we may think of, while in the case of Congress, there are different names that prop up and there is a literal split. And also that Captain Amarinder Singh is now out of that thing. He has taken whatever follower he has had for an individual capacity along with him to the BJP camp. But in case of Aam Aadmi Party, the declaration of Bhagwant Mann has only resulted in one thing, that whatsoever the goodwill or the name, the verbatim name that people were saying about Arvind Kejriwal, they shifted to the name of Bhagwant Mann. So he is not a liability.
So the supporters have consolidated. So the supporters have consolidated behind Mr. Mann. Neerja ji, the question of Captain Amarinder Singh, will he be able to be the wind beneath the wings of the BJP and really change things like it was expected when he walked out, that he would really make life difficult and make things difficult for the Congress party? Is that impression out there just a few days before the polls?
It was sad the way he was shown the door. For somebody as seasoned and with the kind of long stint he's had, that's not the way any politician, no matter what the differences with them, should be dealt with. But to answer your question, no, I don't think he's taken off as he might have wished, and neither has the BJP. The best case scenario for the BJP and the captain today will be for Punjab to throw up a hung assembly. If it's a hung assembly, and I think the effort of all parties, gunning for AAP at this point is to prevent it getting a clear majority. If it's a clear winner, it forms a government. But if it emerges as the single largest party, then will any party join hands with AAP? Now that will be a real dilemma. If it is a hung assembly, will the Congress decide to support AAP to form a government if it's in a position to do so?
No.
Or if it does not, it won't, I agree. If it does not, will Kejriwal's party support Congress in power to prevent, our president's rule? Who does the president's rule help? It helps the BJP and Captain. Because they will live to fight another day. It will be ruled from the center, number one. And they will get a chance to, deal with the problems that they have had this time and to fight to live another day. Therefore, will the Congress want to facilitate that? Will AAP want to facilitate that? Or even though it's a kadwa goon, a bitter pill to swallow, will they get together as they once did to bring a government in Delhi, and how stable will that government be? So the effort of all the parties is to prevent Kejriwal getting a majority somehow. That's why, all guns blazing at this time.
So this on the 10th of March, when the results come out, the real excitement and action may just end up being with what's happening in Punjab rather than UP. So we'll have to wait and see which way this goes. But
I'll just add one thing, what Neerja said.
Yes.
A possibility is also there, and never say never in politics, Tamanna, that you may see Maharashtra getting repeated in Punjab. If Aam Aadmi Party falls short of the majority, you can even see Akali and Congress coming together and form a government in Punjab if they get them.
Okay, so we are in a kuch bhi ho sakta hai kind of situation as far as Punjab is concerned.
So if Kejriwal wants to make a government in Punjab, they have to get the majority.
So
there is no way out. Yeah,
so it's all or nothing for Arvind Kejriwal. It's do or die for Congress, and let's see what Captain Amarinder does. So definitely an exciting election result that we'll wait for, polling on the 20th of this month. Thank you so much, Neerja ji and Yashwant, for joining us to set the stage for this election battle.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.